Hello everyone and welcome to this week's behind the scenes devlog video, and this week I'm going to be working on the final thing that I want to do before I start adding in all the plants and animals into the game, which is working on the in-game GUIs and finishing off any loose ends with them. So to start off the week, I've just been looking through all of the in-game GUIs and I've made a big long list of all of the things that I want to change or polish up or fix or new features that I need to add. And as you can see, that to-do list goes over 2 pages, so this is going to take me quite a while, probably all of this week and some of next week as well. But once I've done that, I should hopefully never have to work on the GUIs again. So the first thing that I want to change is this splash screen, the screen that appears when you first start up the game, which I changed last time that I worked on the GUIs, but I'm still not really happy with it. So I've been designing a new look for it, and I'm about to start implementing that now. Just finished work on the new splash screen, which you can see here, and I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks a lot nicer than the old one. For the rest of the day, I've just been sorting out a few things in the game's main menu, but I still just cannot decide how I want this main menu to look. I'm happy with the logo, I'm happy with the backgrounds, although I'd quite like the background to scroll across a bit, but I'll work on that next week. But I just cannot decide how these options should look. I've tried having just plain text, but that looks a bit amateurish, and it also gets a bit hard to read if the background's too bright. I've tried having these green blurs behind them, which solves the problem of them being hard to read, but it doesn't look that great. Obviously, previously I had the grey boxes around them, which was okay, but again, just didn't look brilliant. So I just can't really decide. So if any of you guys have any suggestions as to what I could do to make it look a bit nicer, I'd be very happy to hear them. End of the day now, just stopping for some dinner, having some pizza on the balcony today, and I've also just been to the shop to buy some more flowers because I want to replace some of these other old ones with these new ones because I think it will all look a little bit nicer. It is 7:30 on Tuesday morning. I'm just coming back from my morning run. It's a lovely day today, and today I'm going to be continuing on with that to-do list and hopefully making some more progress on the GUIs. So I've just spent all morning polishing up the toolbar, so you can see that I've resized the icons a bit, I created a new icon for diversity points, and I've also made sure that the toolbar stays the same size in pixels, regardless of how big the screen is, because before it was scaling up with the display, which looks a bit ridiculous on big displays because the toolbar ended up being pretty huge, but now it stays the same size in pixels. Moving on to the in-game inventory now, and here I've been doing a similar thing with the scale, so I've been making sure that it keeps a certain pixel width regardless of how big the display is, so that it doesn't scale up massively on big displays and look a bit ridiculous. But as you can see, that has messed up the item count GUIs, so that's what I'm going to be working on next. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I've just finished sorting out the counter GUIs in the inventory, so that all scales up nicely now. And next up I'm going to be working on having a pop-up appear when you mouse over a locked item in one of the shops, and this will tell you which task you need to complete in order to unlock this item. So I am now pretty much finished with implementing the mouse over thing, so you can see now that when you mouse over a locked item in a shop, it now shows you which task you require in order to unlock that item, and I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing that I'm not very happy with is that when you go between 2 unlocked items, the mouse over flickers off because there's a tiny gap between them, and that creates quite an annoying effect, so I'm going to have a go at trying to fix that now. So I haven't got around to making that change just yet, but I did do a bit of work on the Biome Picker GUI this evening, and I made sure that it scales up properly on different size displays, and I also changed the look of it a bit so that it's now in the same style as the pop-ups in the shops. It is 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. Yesterday I had a few other things to do, and then when I was working I just worked on this week's tutorial video, so nothing really to show you there, but today I'm going to be getting back to work on the GUIs. So to start off the day, I've quickly fixed that issue that I was having yesterday, so the pop-up doesn't now disappear when it goes between 2 locked items, so you can see that you don't get that flickering effect anymore. Just added some counter text to the top of the shops and the task interface, so here you can see how many species you've discovered, here you can see how many items you've got unlocked, and in the task interface you can see how many tasks you've got completed. Next up, I've been doing a bit of work on the species information GUI and just making sure that it scales properly on different size displays and changing the sizes of the icons and stuff like that. And now I'm going to start work on redoing the breeding trees because I'm not very happy with these at all. So I'm going to change quite a lot, especially the mouse over pop-ups, because they don't look very nice at all. It is 5:10 now, and I'm pretty much finished making the adjustments to the breeding tree GUIs now. So I've changed some colours, changed some scales. As you can see, the pop-ups are now in the same style as the pop-ups that I had in the shops, and it all just looks a little bit tidier, a little bit nicer, and I'm pretty happy with it now. Just made one more quick little update to the breeding trees, and that is that this how to breed option, which shows you how you can breed a certain species, isn't available for base species, because obviously these species like the grass tuft are at the very top of the breeding trees, so there's actually no way to breed them at all. You can only buy them from the shop, so there's no point showing the option. So as you can see, this week I've got through quite a lot of these lists. I'm probably not going to get through any more now because I've got this week's videos to make, but I'll be continuing on with them next week. It is coming up to midnight now, and this evening I've just been making a few tiny tweaks and changes to the GUIs, just a few adjustments to scales and colours and things like that, and I also redid the exit icon for the species information GUI, but I think I'm going to finish off for the day and get some sleep now. So it is now Friday, and for today and the rest of the week I'm just going to be working on this week's videos, so nothing more to do with Equilinox this week. But I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made. I got quite a lot done with the GUIs. Obviously I've still got quite a bit to do next week. I still want to make some final tweaks and adjustments, and there are a couple more features that I want to add in. But after that, after next week, I'm going to start work on adding all the content into the game, all of the animals, all the plants, the tasks, the bonus items, and that's going to take me at least a month, at least all of August, and then hopefully at the beginning of September I'll have a beta version ready to go. But yeah, that is it for this week. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you all next time.